Hello, this is Lakisha Sarbah with another training video. Today I am going to walk through my Google Calendar with you. In addition to strategizing and planning and helping my clients take action in their businesses, I also teach them how to plan their day out. I have several people ask me, how can you fit so much into 1 week? And so I'm going to share it all with you here. All right. So this is my calendar. I use Google Cal for my calendar. I love Google Calendar because I can fit everything I need to fit on my calendar. And so it really helps me. And I love that they have the feature of having several different calendars in just one calendar. And I'll show you that function in just a bit. All right, so if you're new to Google Calendar, I don't know where you've been, but I'll be more than happy to walk you through the functionality of it. All right, so you have different views within the Google Calendar. You have the day view. You can see your view for the day, for the week, the month, a 5-day view, and agenda. Okay, I love to view my week because I like to see everything in a snapshot Monday through Sunday. Okay, so I generally keep my calendar on the week. Another thing that I love about Google Calendar is that it gives you a snapshot of the entire monthly calendar. I love to see the monthly calendar. It's easy to see what's going on and the days that are there. And what I also love about Google Calendar is that I have several calendars combined into one calendar, okay? So you see all of my amazing colors here. I am a colorful person. I love to be visually stimulated, so color really does it for me, okay? Instead of having a boring blab calendar, I love everything to pop in my life, okay? So color is one of those things. Here on my calendar, I have everything, pretty much set. And in order to get these different colors, what you do is you just create different calendars, okay? And so the very first calendar that I have for myself is just my calendar, just Lakisha. So that's the default calendar, and I have that in black. My admin calendar, which is basically my admin functions you see here, is my admin day, which is Monday. I don't do any type of strategy sessions or coaching or anything on Monday. Monday is my day to do all of my administrative work, okay? So what I consider admin duties are like client emails, checking emails, responding to emails from clients, checking my voicemail and making phone calls, doing any type of administrative stuff, reports, and analyzing things that I do for my clients, as well as any other projects that I'm working on. That's what I consider to be like an admin type function. And so all of my admin stuff are in pink, okay? Then I have Aiden. Aiden is my son. He'll be 3 years old in February. Aiden has a calendar on my calendar. Yes, he does. Aiden, each morning we have a routine where we get up, we get dressed, he has his breakfast, and then I take him off to school. And so Aiden is on my calendar, and I put him in a slot from 7 a.m. to 8:30. Because that's normally how long it takes me to wake him, get him dressed, get him breakfast, and get him dropped off to school. So I have that slotted out on my calendar. Then I also have my clarity sessions. My clarity sessions are free sessions that I have with clients for people that are looking to work with me, but they want to know a little bit more about what it is that I do as far as my strategy sessions when I'm working with the client one-on-one. And so that is a 30-minute session that you can do. You can work with me. If you're interested, you can go to my website, lakishasarbah.com, and you can get a free 30-minute strategy session with me to see if we are a good fit to work together, okay? So whenever I have a strategy session scheduled, those are on my calendar, and it's in this orangey type color. Those appointments actually feed over from my online calendar. Now I have my Google Calendar, and then I have my online appointment setting service, which I'll do a different video in that software. That online software that I use for my appointments is called Acuity. It is an awesome, awesome system because my clients can schedule their own appointments on my calendar without me or my assistant having to do so. So it's completely amazing. If you are a strategist or you work in coaching or anything where you can have your clients schedule their own appointments, it is a time saver. Instead of you having to play phone tag with your clients to figure out a schedule, you can just give them access to your calendar, allow them to schedule themselves, and voila, you can have it so that it then ports over to your Google Calendar so that you can see everything all in one space, okay? All right, so that's my clarity sessions. Then I have my client strategy sessions, which are in green. Why in green? Because green is all about the money, the moolah, the coins, right? So anything in green, I know that this is money flow. Okay, anything in green. So I have my strategy sessions in green. These strategy sessions also feed over from that Acuity online calendar. So whenever clients go in to schedule, a, a continued appointment, or if it's just an initial appointment with someone, they come in, they schedule. Generally, their names are in these slots. However, for my clients' privacy, I went in and just changed them to strategy session for the privacy of my clients. Okay. But these appointments come over from my Acuity calendar and they automatically are loaded here so that I know that I have an appointment coming up. So anything in green are my strategy sessions. I run mastermind groups. I'm a mastermind facilitator. And so I have a mastermind group on Tuesday in the afternoon. And then I have 2 mastermind groups, one on Tuesday evening and another one on Wednesday evening right now. And so those are my mastermind groups. And then I also do follow-up phone calls with my clients that I'm doing strategy sessions with. And so my clients know on any given Monday or Friday is when we will have our 30-minute follow-up call. All right. So that's pretty much my strategy sessions. These are also my client strategy sessions with this little asterisk here. Those are my strategy sessions for clients where I did my end of the year giveaway. I'm very, very giving and I believe in paying it forward. And so this year I did 10 days of giving. So 10 amazing ladies won strategy sessions with me. And so those ladies will work with me. And when those go on my calendar, when they schedule, it's in this lighter green color when they're on my calendar. So it's easy for me to identify them. Okay. And then I have here in this red type color is my creative projects. Okay. So every morning I spend time after I get up and I do my meditation. I'm up pretty early at like 6 a.m. And so I spend 30 minutes each morning doing creative things or just allowing time for my mind to wander and just be creative. So in that time, I can spend time journaling during that 30 minutes or planning out a new service or program or a way if I can help my clients, or even planning out a craft project with my son. Okay. It's just a quiet time. It's time before my son or anybody in my house wakes up. So this house is really still quiet. And so it gives me time to just connect after my meditation and just be creative. Okay. And so that's the time that I spend there, and that's in red. And then I have my amazing peeps over at Fearless, Fabulous, and Free. I have a free Facebook mastermind group for women entrepreneurs. And so in that group, we are starting free mastermind group calls on Monday. It's going to be the second Monday of each month at 7 p.m. on Monday. So I'm looking really excited about that. I'm really excited about that, and I'm looking forward to it. So that's in that purple color, lavender color there. And then my mastermind groups here again are in green. My podcast is in that pretty Tiffany blue. So I have a studio day on Thursday, and that's in that blue color. I have my live business chat, my small business chat live, which I do on Blab.im, and that's BLAB.im. That is a small business chat that I do every Thursday at 10 a.m. If you have not joined us, where have you been? Okay, make sure that you join us on Blab.im for the small business chat. It's a live chat that I do every Thursday, and it is completely awesome. If you are a small business owner, preferably a female entrepreneur, you are going to love the show, so make sure you tune in. And then also, I have my podcast. I'm recording episodes for my podcast that is going to launch in February. So I'm super excited about that as well. So that is that Tiffany blue is all about my recording and studio time. Then I have this color here. I don't even know what to call it, but that's for my social media time. Now this is time where I can spend engaging with my clients or engaging with my people on social media, right? I love social media. So I am tweeting, sharing tweets, connecting with people on Twitter and Facebook. I am liking and sharing your posts and connecting with you in the groups there on Facebook. I am in LinkedIn in groups and then sharing. I am also on Instagram. And so I'm really big with social media. So every day for 30 minutes at 8:30, it doesn't matter where I am. I could be standing in a line at Starbucks getting coffee. I can be in a cute coffee shop somewhere somewhere else in another city. It doesn't matter where I am. I can be standing in line at the grocery store. It doesn't matter. I am online and I am engaging for 30 minutes because it's important that you engage. Yes, I have Hootsuite that I use to schedule out all of my posts, and I'll do a different training on Hootsuite so you can see how to go in and do that. It saves time so that you can go ahead and schedule your social media post out. But social media is really about engaging, right, guys? So you want to make sure that you do take time to engage with people, not just post stuff up. Let people know that you're a real person. Add some personality and pizzazz to what it is that you do. So go in and actually interact with people. So that's really important. So I schedule time to do that twice a day. I do it at 8:30 a.m. and then I do it again at 1 p.m. And then on Thursday, I do it again at 3. Okay. So I make sure that I schedule time to get that in so that I can connect with my peeps, because it's really important to me to see how everybody is doing. All right. And so for my training, I have here in also like a reddish orange color. Training is really big for me. I am on a webinar or a training once a week. It's important to make sure that you are still learning. Okay. The more you learn, the more you earn. I completely believe that. And you want to make sure that you are always offering something of value to your clients. So always make time to take a webinar, take a course or a class or something that you want to learn or something that you want to improve in, okay? Next week, Wednesday, I'm going to be on a webinar with Infusionsoft. Infusionsoft is my email management / CRM system that I'm using, and they are always doing something new. They're always adding to the actual system. So I want to go in and make sure that I am up to date on whatever it is that they are doing now, whatever the system capabilities are. I want to make sure that I know about them. So I'm going to take an hour and sit on that webinar. Okay. So remember to make sure that you take some time to schedule some type of training or webinar, something that you want to learn or a skill you want to improve in. Okay. Because that's only going to make you more valuable in the long run. All right. And so I am right here on this yellow color is my YouTube videos. And those YouTube videos, I am looking to build my YouTube channel. I haven't been much of a YouTuber, but I am going to get into that in 2016. So I am going to do videos just similar to this one, and I'm going to upload it onto YouTube so that I can build my YouTube following. It's really important for me in 2016. So if you are not following me on YouTube, please make sure that you do so. If you are on YouTube, please share your link with me, and I'll be more than happy to follow you as well, because I love to watch videos. Okay. So that is it pretty much for my calendar. And I want to talk a little bit about how I work with my clients to schedule their actual day, okay? So what we just went over basically was the actual additional calendars that are in Google, and you can actually just go to my calendars in this drop-down arrow to create your new calendar. You can name your calendar whatever it is. If it's marketing, administrative, work with your clients, phone calls, whatever, you can name your calendar that, and then you can pick a color. Under the settings, you can decide what color you want that calendar to be, okay? And so when you go in, I'm going to show you real quickly, when you go in to create a new calendar, when you go in to create a new event, you can type in whatever that event is, and then you can choose from your list of calendars so that it comes up in that particular color on your calendar, okay? So that's how that's done. All right. So one thing that I work with my clients on is creating a routine for themselves. Okay. Routine is really big for me. I'm a Pisces, and so I love to daydream, and I love to fantasize, and I love to just very creative. So I love to spend time just in my thoughts. And sometimes that can be a bit much, especially because I have so many things that I need to accomplish, and I have really huge goals that I want to meet. And so it's important for me to stay on track. Okay. So if you're anything like me, having a routine will be awesome for you. I also have another video about creating and setting a routine for yourself, but this is pretty general speaking what I'm going to go over here with you that I do with my clients. It's important to have a routine every day. So when you get up, you're pretty much doing the same thing. I wake up at about 5 a.m. I wake up at about 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a home in Central Standard Time is where I spend the majority of my time. And so I am really up at like 4:30 in the morning Central Standard Time, which is 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you're wondering why I have two different time zones here, one is for home because that is my Central Standard Time home. And then my work, I work on Eastern Standard Time because that's pretty much where my heart is, in the Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So I'm up at 4:30 and I do my meditation. It's not here on my calendar, but that's what I do. And then at 6 a.m., I spend my time creative. Every day it's something different. It may not be the same thing. I allow myself to be creative and inspired after my meditation. So if it's me wanting to write in my journal, I do that. If it's me wanting to do a vision board or something, or add to my vision board or take something off, I do that. If it's me wanting to, I don't know, create a new service or program or something like that for my client, I do that. So I spend the time really creatively. And so within that 30 minutes, it's my time for me to be creative, and it changes day to day. Okay. After I'm creative for about 30 minutes, and then at 6:30, I check my emails. My house is still quiet. So I go in and I check my emails and my voicemails to see if I have any voicemails from the previous day. And I check my emails to see what I have going on, if there's anything I need to forward to my team, anything that needs to be taken care of immediately, so I know what's going on with my day. After I check my emails, then I'm in with my son for an hour and 30 minutes. I'm getting him ready, prepped, and prepared to go out to school. After that, I'm on my social media. Again, I could be anywhere. After I drop my son off, I can be in Starbucks. I can be in line at the grocery store picking up something for dinner, or at the farmer's market. I could be anywhere in this time. I can be home. I could be walking in the park on warmer days when I drop my son off to school. They have an amazing park near his school. So I may do a couple of laps around the park walking while I'm, engaging on social media. So again, this social media allows me the flexibility. It's not that I have to be in front of my computer doing it. I can be anywhere. So I love it. So every day at 8:30 to 9, you can catch me on social media. And then on Mondays is my admin day, right? So every Monday, I do administrative stuff. So it's just really important to have some type of routine and consistency. As you can see, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., I am pretty much doing the same thing every day, right? And so when you have a routine set like that, it helps you so that you know exactly what it is that you're doing. There is no guesswork, right? There are no surprises or anything like that. You can, spend some time doing whatever it is that you need to do when you have and set a routine in place for that, okay? And then I also believe in not only routines, but also batching. And when I say batching, I mean doing similar things at the same time. So for example, on Mondays is my admin day, right? So I do my administrative projects, right? That could be anything administrative that I have to do for my business, have to do for my clients, or any projects that I'm working on. I spend time doing that for an hour and a half, right? And then I also I make my return phone calls on this right after that too, because that's a part of admin stuff. So I like to bulk everything that I need to do together. Another thing that I'd like to point out is I never particularly spend more than an hour and a half on one thing, okay? Because our mind tends to lose focus. We tend to drift off into other things, right? And so in order to stay creative, I think it's really important, creative and focused, to not spend too much time on one project. Okay. So I max out at an hour and a half. Even if it's a project that is going to take me 3 hours to do, I'll start with an hour and a half and then I'll break it up, do something else, and then go back to that project. Okay. I find that I'm more effective, I'm more alert, I'm more into what I'm doing when I do that. So there you have it. So my batching, again, I do it back to back. Here's another idea of batching. When I do my live small business chat show, right after I'm done with that, I go on and I do my podcast. So I record an episode for my podcast so that I'm ready for my podcast. So my podcast show is ready. The recordings are ready to be uploaded. And then on, right after, that have some space here, that could actually be an appointment or something else. Then I have lunch every day at the same time at 12:30. After that, I go into recording my video. So I'm doing training videos similar to this, or my YouTube video. They're back to back, right? Because I'm batching them. I'm putting the same type of things together. I also do batching whenever I'm going out and I'm doing personal errands or something like that on a Saturday. If I have errands to do, right? Run to the post office, run to CVS, run to this. I'm doing all of my errands at one time, right? And I'm doing all of them, at one time. And then If I have, grocery shopping to do or something like that, then I'm doing my grocery shopping and things like that, right? My grocery shopping, the farmer's market, stuff like that. I'm batching and I'm doing those back to back as well, right? It just kind of helps, with whenever you're doing anything batching. It can also work for you if you have several emails to send out at one time, then you can batch that. Right? Instead of sending an email out here, then making a phone call, then going back to the email, then doing something else, batch it. Send all of the emails that you have to send out at one time. If you have phone calls to make or phone calls to return all those phone calls at one time. Batching can really help you and keep you on track with what it is that you need to do. Okay. All right. So that is pretty much it. I just wanted to share a little bit about my calendar and how I set up different routines and help my clients so that they can stay focused, and also how you can get more things done. And it also helps so you can see what your day really looks like. Okay. When you have a schedule like this, and my schedule is pretty tight, when you have a schedule like this, there is no room for fooling around. Okay. So there is no room for that 15 or 20-minute call from your friend complaining about something or whatever, right? Those things I have to make time for. My friends are pretty much, they know now, like, okay, I'll probably speak to her on Saturday or later in the evening when she's done working or whatever, because what I'm doing here is priority, because this is me building a legacy for my kids, which is really important for me. So I stick to this schedule. It works for me. It allows me to get a lot of the things that I need to get done. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you have any comments or even tips, on how you schedule your day, feel free to put your comments below the video. I would love to hear any type of tips or ideas on how you schedule your day if it's different from mine. If you think that I am crazy for the way that I schedule, feel free to add that too. I love to hear all angles, okay? I am not a judgmental person, and I know that the way that I typically do things are not really the way that other people do them. So I'd love to hear your comments either way, okay? All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Again, my name is Lakisha Sarbah. I am a small business strategist. I help women take action in their businesses, okay? We strategize, we plan, and we implement, okay? Because that is the way to success. You have to implement whatever it is that you're doing, all right? Thank you so much again, and I appreciate your time. Have a great day.